Theme 3. Personal Opinion. Speaking Task 1. You will be asked a question about a familiar topic. You will then have 15 seconds to prepare your response and 45 seconds to speak. Task 1. Some people are able to make decisions very quickly, based on their first thoughts. Other people take a lot of time and think carefully before making a decision. Which do you think is better? Explain why by using details and examples to support your opinion. Model answer. Sample answer for a score between 18 and 21. I think it's better to take time before making a decision. If I decide too fast, I might make mistakes. Thinking more helps me feel sure. Sample answer for a score between 22 and 25. I prefer taking time to decide because I can look at all the options. For example, when I chose my high school classes, I asked teachers for advice and looked at the course descriptions. I felt more confident about my choice. Sample answer for a score of 26 and above. I believe careful decision-making is better because it reduces the chance of regret. Rushing can lead to emotional choices, while thinking things through allows you to consider pros, cons, and long-term effects. For instance, before applying to university, I compared several programs and talked to former students. It took time, but I felt much more secure in my final choice. Task 2. Some people like to specifically plan how they will spend their free time. Others prefer to keep their free time open and not schedule activities in advance. Which do you prefer and why? Model answer. Sample answer for a score between 18 and 21. I like to keep my free time open. I don't like making too many plans. Sometimes I want to rest or do something different. Sample answer for a score between 22 and 25. I prefer not planning because I enjoy being flexible. For example, last weekend I had no plans, and my friends suddenly invited me to go hiking. It was fun and unexpected. I like having that freedom. Sample answer for a score of 26 and above. I prefer keeping my free time open because it lets me relax without pressure. Life is already full of deadlines, so during my free time, I want to be spontaneous and enjoy the moment. Also, having unplanned time helps me be more creative. I might draw, read, or even discover a new hobby I hadn't expected. Task 3. Some people say that childhood is the best time in a person's life. Other people disagree. What is your opinion? Explain why. Model answer. Sample answer for a score between 18 and 21. Yes, I think childhood is the best time. Kids have no big problems. They can play and have fun every day. Sample answer for a score between 22 and 25. I agree because children don't have to worry about money or work. When I was a child, my biggest problem was finishing homework. I could spend most of my time playing outside or watching cartoons. Sample answer for a score of 26 and above. I agree that childhood is the most enjoyable stage of life. Children experience the world with wonder, have fewer responsibilities, and are surrounded by support from parents and teachers. This sense of safety and curiosity allows them to enjoy the present moment. Although adulthood brings freedom, childhood offers a unique kind of happiness that's hard to get back. Task 4. When some people have a little extra money, they like to spend it right away on something they enjoy. Others prefer to save the extra money. Which do you like to do? Explain why. Model answer. Sample answer for a score between 18 and 21. I like to save my extra money. If I spend it fast, I might not have enough later. Saving feels safer. Sample answer for a score between 22 and 25. I prefer saving because I can use the money for something more important later. For example, I saved my birthday money for months and bought a tablet I really needed for school. It felt better than spending it right away. Sample answer for a score of 26 and above. I definitely prefer saving extra money because it gives me more freedom and peace of mind. Spending may bring quick happiness, but saving allows me to reach bigger goals. For example, I've been saving little by little to pay for a trip abroad. That kind of long-term reward feels more meaningful than buying small things I'll forget about in a week. Task 5. Some people like to watch television news programs every day, while others like to watch them only now and then. Which do you prefer? Include details and examples to support your explanation. Model answer. Sample answer for a score between 18 and 21. I only watch the news sometimes. If I watch it every day, it's too much. Also, the news is sometimes sad or boring. Sample answer for a score between 22 and 25. I prefer watching the news now and then because I just want the important updates. I usually check headlines online or watch short videos to stay informed without spending too much time. Sample answer for a score of 26 and above. I choose to watch the news only occasionally. While staying informed is important, watching it every day can feel overwhelming, especially with constant negative stories. I prefer reading quick updates online, so I stay aware without stressing myself out. It gives me more control over what kind of news I consume and when.
Congrats on making it to the end of this video, and kudos to you if you did all that practice. You are amazing. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. And you can also add my official LINE account that's in the profile. And if you do this, then I can send you a free TOEFL phrases guide that you can use for your practice. All right, happy studying. See ya!